Welcome to Los Angeles. Craig Gumbel along with Steve Jones and Bill Walton. This best-of-7 series began in Utah, where the Jazz took the first 2 games, returned here to L.A., where the Lakers won Game 3. And, Steve, the Jazz were just awful, particularly Karl Malone, who shot 2 of 20. What a nightmare.
Playoff career percentage for Karl Malone, 47%. And 10% for Game 3. Watch out. There's a lot of mail to be delivered this afternoon.
All right, Steve. Stockton takes a look, drives, kicks it back, and Karl Malone converts.
Stockton, the master of the change of pace, change of direction, gets to the...
Karl Malone is a great, and you see that little stamp. You got to get that. We're going to get one of those put on tonight. But you see the difference between regular season and playoff. This guy has always been a big moment player. He's ready to play this afternoon.
I'm confused. My stamps cost more than that.
But Scott has been a different player for the Lakers in a playoff.
What has happened to Eddie Jones in this series?
Karl Malone broke free from Jerome Kersey, and Malone...
At the other end of the floor, it's just been good ball movement and the hammer by the mailman. And watch out for Kobe Bryant the rest of this quarter.
Oh, mismatch.
Shot falls for Malone.
And what you want is the rest of his game. Nice steal, Stockton.
Malone on the run. Kersey fouls him from behind.
Outrunning the Lakers. The Lakers are supposed to be the fast break team. But fast break points, 2-1 edge, Utah over Los Angeles.
Russell directing Malone into position. And Karl Malone hits again. 16 for Karl Malone.
The 2 biggest improvements in Karl's game this year, perimeter shooting and low post passing there with the Michael Jordan turn to your right shoulder fadeaway jumper. Set offense, when you're more athletic, you want to get it up and down.
Malone inside, down low.
Karl Malone is cross screen, so the guards will come in, stick the big men, and that allows Karl Malone to get to the lane, play.
Here's Eldon Campbell. And a little shoving going on.
Shot clock at 10.
Look at Stockton, just teasing him.
Malone converts off the pass from Stockton, and Karl Malone has 20.
Shaq is guarding Karl Malone. Bad news.
22 for Malone.
Very few people challenge Shaq straight up. Generally, when they see the big man there, they just throw it back out and go to the next option. Karl Malone, fearless. Malone gets the ball in the low post, turns, lets the cutter go by, and he sees Shaq. And then with Shaq's arms down, he just delivers a jumper in your face. Referees are not going to be calling very many violations at all.
Like that one?
Well, that was a foul. The Jazz have done a marvelous job, Greg, of keeping the crowd out of this game.
And Karl Malone has done a marvelous job of converting from the free throw line.
Jazz have not played tentatively here in the third, and it's hurt the Lakers.
Fade away. And Karl Malone has it all on display this afternoon.
You have to convince the referee, Greg, to see the game through your eyes. Everybody's out there trying to...
How often is that going to happen?
Well, if you're really good, it happens all the time. They see the game that Michael Jordan sees. They see the game today that Karl Malone has seen.
And Malone hammers Shaquille O'Neal.
Larry Bird and Magic Johnson certainly convinced him of the games they were playing.
And then Malone talking to Ostertag again, still talking to him.
Now, they make a nice pass, and what the Lakers wanted was a flagrant foul as Malone came over and put the hammer on Shaquille O'Neal.
It's 87-76. The Utah lead is 11. Malone wide open. Why would you leave Karl Malone wide open?
Let's see. Let's go double team Antoine Carr and leave Karl Malone wide open.
That means he's got 2 more to use, and he'll probably use them all, but they're going to go with Karl Malone. Oh!
Malone hits. Ori trying to draw the charge, and no call.
But Malone, he's kind of a wrecking crew himself, and he dishes out a little wood right there. The referees don't go for the flop, and then running the other way. There's a little elbow. There's a little shot.
But watch Hornacek's dump pass was so quick. Malone great at sealing him off.
But see, both teams have had complaints about the power players. Shaquille, whoever the defender is, if you're going to get the call, you've got to establish that play early in the ball game. Hasn't happened for Robert Horry and the Lakers.
Malone now 14 out of 14 from the free throw line, and 4:40 to play. Shaq with a foul, and Nick Van Exel just missed the steal.
But that shows you the hands of Karl Malone. One of the reasons that he has been so great over the years, he can catch. Now, you can cut through a crowd, and a lot of people just don't have hands to finish the deal, and right there, strength of Malone.
He started out terrible. His first year was below 50%. Gives people like Shaq lots of room for dreaming and hoping.
Last year he had a bad year, and he really struggled at the line. He's obviously come back with a lot more confidence. 8 in the quarter, 16 of 16 from the line.
Remember, they got Shaq guarding Karl Malone.
They want to go with some force against force, but the advantage for Malone is he can step out on the perimeter. One quick move, be right at the rim.
I'd give it to Karl and get out of his way.
Malone clicks again. 38 points for Karl Malone.
Conditioning, poise, and confidence for Utah. That's what's going to win this game if they're to hold on.
Malone steps back. It's another one. 40 for Karl Malone. And timeout for the Lakers. Karl Malone, 2 out of 20 in Game 3, has come back with a vengeance. He's drawing the ire of the Laker fans, and you know what? He doesn't care. Utah trying to go back to Salt Lake, up 3-1.
Make him chase you.
Oh, what a pass from and Shaquille really knocks Karl Malone to the floor.
He was expecting the shot all the way, but he came quickly, made the catch. He's thinking, I could have made that shot, and he'll go to the line.
I don't see Karl Malone slowing down at all.
What Karl Malone said yesterday afternoon was a lot of people will not take the responsibility for having a poor game, not doing well. He said, I was awful. I'll admit that I was awful. I will not be awful 2 days in a row. And 41 tells us.
You know, way back when, Karl Malone started today hitting 2 of his first 10.
Well, there's these fans who are right next to you, Greg, who are yelling to Karl. And Karl's looking over and says, wait a second, we're winning this game. What are you yelling at me for? Don't yell at the Lakers.
Karl Malone now 18 consecutive free throws, and that is an NBA playoff record. With 1:16 to play in regulation, the Jazz in complete charge. And that's it. The Utah Jazz have taken a 3-games-to-1 lead in this best-of-7 series and have a chance to wrap it up at the Delta Center in Salt Lake City. Karl Malone led the way. He's with Jim Gray. Jim.
All right, thank you very much, Greg. Karl Malone, 42 points today, 18 for 18 from the foul line. How much of this was a product of the fact that you went 2 for 20 the other night?
I don't think it's anything. I think that what I need to do is concentrate a lot more. If the shots were there, I was going to take them, and I'm not bashful, but that was a game the other night that I forgot about right away. And my team depended on me to do a lot of things, so I wasn't going to be bashful tonight. In the fourth quarter, the shot felt good, but the most important thing, we got to win here now. I expect nothing less out of myself than 100% on Monday.
You said you're never awful twice, and you were right. Congratulations, Karl.
Thank you.
All right, let's send it back to Greg Gumbel.
All right, Jim, once again, our final score. The Utah Jazz 110 and the Lakers 95. Utah leads at 3-games-to-1. Tonight on NBC, the special 2-hour Profiler season finale, After the Pretender. And after your late local news, it's Saturday Night Live with host John Goodman and musical guest Jewel. That's all tonight on NBC. For Steve Jones, Bill Walton, and Jim Gray, I'm Greg Gumbel. So long from Los Angeles. This has been a presentation of the NBA on NBC.